Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Rad Rides. This is Hassan Shirazi. I have another special car for you. I am sat behind of a 2021 Dodge Challenger wide body Scat Pack with a shaker package. I've always wanted to drive one of these Challenger wide bodies because I also have a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye wide body jailbreak coming in, and I can't wait to get that. However, in the meantime, until I get that, I wanted to drive a car that has a V8 Hemi, but it's more usable in your city driving and you can enjoy it. The jailbreak that I'll be getting, it's got too much power. Then there's also another versions of Challenger that Dodge makes. They have the V6, obviously a lower V8 of this car. This car, you got Hellcat, so there's several engine options. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the features of this car. Interior, exterior, brakes, wheels, suspension, engine, different things that we usually cover. And at the end, we're also going to be driving it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's one of the ways that gets our channel growing, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the episode. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit more about this 2021 Dodge Challenger wide body Scat Pack in this beautiful and gorgeous smoke show color that you see in front of you. Dodge originally designed the Challenger in the late 60s, 69 to 74. A lot of people love that body style, and it's very iconic, and people just, if you say the name Challenger and muscle cars, that's where the connection comes in. Then Dodge also made the second generation of Challenger that nobody really likes in the late 70s all the way to like 83 or 84. Now people at Dodge and the parent company Daimler had been seeing that Ford had come out with their new version of Mustang that had retro look to it, the 60s look to it. And also Camaro was about to be reintroduced after being on hiatus for several years. And that also was going to have a retro look to it. So Dodge, as being the third big American muscle car contender, they couldn't pass up on an opportunity to introduce their own version of Challenger, which was also having the retro look of the 60s version of Challenger. So Dodge has been making the same body style of Challenger since 2008, and 2023 is the last year of production of this third generation Challenger and its sister, the Charger, according to Stellanis, which is the parent company of Dodge. I don't know any other car manufacturer that during a 15-year span, by offering different engine options, colors, packages, and whatnot, has been exciting their fan base so much to buy so many of these cars, and they've been outselling Ford Mustang and Chevy Camaro, which is an astonishing feat to achieve. All right, guys, let's talk about the engine of this car. As I mentioned, I chose this Scat Pack Challenger to be featured in our channel because it has a very powerful 8-cylinder engine that is very, very usable on your day-to-day basis. It's not as powerful as a Hellcat Red Eye, Jailbreak, or the 2018 Demon, but it is a V8 that you can actually put to ground and use on a daily basis, especially with these grippy 305 tires that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on. This engine in this format makes 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. It's made it into a 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. They also come with 6-speed manual transmission, although this car doesn't have it. The car weighs about 4,200 pounds, and it does a 0-60 in 4.8 to 4.9 seconds. Maybe you can do a little 4.7 as well. It's a good figure for this car. This car's starting price is only about $44,000 in this year, although this one is optioned a lot higher. One thing that you notice before you even pop the hood of this car is this large, eminent, bulging thing that Dodge calls shaker. Shaker is an air intake system that Dodge offers that will force cold air into your engine to bring down the temperature of this car, especially if you take this car and you track it all day. You want a car that has a lower temperature so it doesn't harm the engine of the car or overheat. Dodge proudly displays the cubic inches of this Hemi engine on both sides of this shaker system, which is roughly 6.4 liters. And on the left side of it, you can see that it's powered by SRT, Street Racing Technology, which is the performance division of Dodge. All right, guys, let's talk about the wheels and brakes of this car. This car is equipped with the wide body package, and part of this $6,000 package, it gives you flared fenders both in the front and in the rear, which by that you can put wider wheels. The car has 11-inch wheels both in the front and in the rear. They're wrapped on 305/35 Pirelli all-season tires, both in the front and the rear. The brakes on this car are absolutely massive. The top speed on this car is 174 miles per hour. So by you getting this wide body package, part of it also includes Brembo brakes in the front, which are 15.5-inch two-piece rotors. The brake calipers are 6-piston calipers. In the rear is a normal Dodge Challenger brake caliper and rotors is 12.6 inches in the rotor size, and also 4-piston calipers. Let's talk about the styling of this car. Really love how it looks. Menacing, mean, aggressive, dominant, whether if you're looking at it in your rear view mirror or in a parking lot. This car, although being on the 14th year, being made on the same chassis, it just doesn't show it. The car is 198 inches in length, and the hood of this car is very, very long. And you definitely cannot miss the presence of this shaker package that is bulging through, and it's proudly presenting the 392 Hemi, both sides of it. Then coming down, you see these quad LED headlights. I love how you can stick your hand through these middle ones, because these actually are part of the ram air that feed that engine that gets hot. You got your RT, you got the Challenger in cursive, and then we go further down on this car. Really, really nice aggressive lip to put down some downforce. Then you got more areas to suck in, obviously more air to cool down this beast. Dodge did a great job of how they ended this front lip, and can't get enough of these fender flares on this wide body Scat Pack. Love these big wheels with meaty tires and those red Brembo calipers. You got the B signature of the Scat Pack. The side profile of this car is absolutely amazing. Love how you got the line coming right underneath your door handle and your mirror. There is no pillars, there's no B pillars. These are big doors on a two-door coupe. Again, we can't get enough of these fender flares on the back. You got your fuel cap right here, saying the word fuel, obviously. Coming on the end, you got your black Demon spoiler. Give you a little perspective how wide this car looks. Looking from the back to the front. LED taillights with the word Dodge in the between. You got your backup camera. This is the button you can press to open the trunk. And coming on the rear bumper, got the exhaust, and they sure make a glorious sound. Take a listen. You got a nice trunk space. You also have a 60/40 split seat. The owner of this car also bought a full-size spare tire, which you see over here. Moving on the interior, we really like the Alcantara and leather combo seats. The driver's side has 8-way power adjustable. You got your Dodge floor mats. Obviously the pedals are aluminum, which is a nice touch. I wish they also did that aluminum. Moving down to the driver's door, you have 2 memory settings. You got your controls, 1 touch down and 1 touch up. This car features Alpine sound system. When you're turning the car on, you're greeted by shaker. Gauges have a nice retro feel to them, and they go all the way to 180 miles per hour. Steering wheel is really nice, comfortable, leather stitched. You got some buttons here to control the settings on your gauge. You got your voice control, you got your Bluetooth setting, also your cruise control over here. The 8-inch infotainment system is very intuitive. On the bottom right, you have your performance option. You have your different settings for phone, apps, controls, climate obviously, and your stereo system. Coming down, you got your dual climate control over here. You have the launch control if you want to launch the car, volume button, changing the radio station. Basic things. I like how they put actual knobs. Some people don't like everything touchscreen. Gear shifter is that 8-speed ZF transmission we talked about. Got a couple of cup holders here. armrest underneath it. You got a lot of room, and you got 2 USB type C's and a 12 volts. Seating position of this car is very low, and you have good visibility, but this is a very long hood, and I love seeing the side of that shaker again. Driving the Scat Pack, this is an absolute blast to drive. It's a very comfortable car. It's a big car. It's a heavy car. You can definitely tell have a lot of power at your feet. However, you got to be careful with this car. Even it doesn't have as much horsepower as the Hellcat or the Jailbreak, but it's still enough. If you don't know how to use this power, you can get yourself in trouble. Body style, after 15 years, and a new body style will be here in 2024. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a V6. Dodge is no longer offering a V8, and that is going to be a sad thing. The era of these big V8s, the 6.4 liter Hemi that you see here, the 6.2 liter Hemi that you see in the Hellcat and Hellcat Red Eye and Jailbreaks, those days are over, unfortunately, because of the EPA, the carbon emissions, and global warming and all those things. A lot of new cars from all brands, not just Dodge, are going to be either electrified or completely electric. These are the last of the true American muscle cars to have. If you've always wanted to get one of these Charger or Challenger Hellcats, Scat Packs, or whatnot, you better get yours this year or next year, because you're not going to be able to get them after 2024. It will be a sad day for a lot of auto enthusiasts. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rad Rides, driving this beautiful 2021 Dodge Challenger Widebody Scat Pack. I can't wait to get my Jailbreak, which I will be doing a comparison between the Jailbreak Scat Pack and a normal Challenger, V6 Challenger. Stay tuned for that. We have 2 episodes coming every week, usually on Wednesdays and Sundays. And please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's one of the ways it gets our channel growing. Until next time, see you later.